Last week, we visited the memorial center from the 1902 volcanic eruption that killed over 28,000 people, and walked around the town of St Pierre with its damaged buildings. St Pierre is a historical town, and just a short trip from the anchorage, there is an old rum distillery. We decided to take the local bus there. The bus ride here was quite interesting. They have a timetable, but we had to wait a little more than 1 hour before there actually came a bus that would take us here. And now I'm getting run over by a taxi, so I'm going to move. In the end, we found a bus that would take us almost all the way here. So we had to walk the last bit, but that was okay. So now we're here, ready to visit the rum distillery. The smell here is kind of like old apple juice, I would say.
Yeah.
Smells like yeast and sweet, so not very nice actually. The distillery has been here since 1651. It's situated just at the foot of Mount Pelée, the volcano that erupted in 1902. The distillery was reduced to ashes by the eruption, and Victor de Paz lost his entire family that day. He later returned to the site and rebuilt the distillery and surrounding buildings. And exactly 15 years after the eruption, the distillery was once again inaugurated, producing Rhum de Paz.
This beautiful house is where Victor de Paz, the former of the de Paz rum, lived with his family in this beautiful castle-like house with this magnificent view. Beautiful place.
Today the distillery has been modernized with refined sugarcane production techniques and improved machinery. It is known as De Paz Distillery.
The view is magnificent. So now we're on our way down to the factory to see how they make this rum and how it tastes. So this huge paddle wheel develops 6 horsepower with 60,000 liters of water per minute, just to drive like grinding stuff and other machines in the factory before they use steam machines and electricity. So they put this newly harvested sugar cones down to the grinding machine hole with this dumper truck.
It's quite cool that the factory is fully operational, like just behind where we are walking.
This is a super big steam machine driving this big wheel via like a gearbox driving the crushes to crush this sugarcane.
This is like the residue after they crush the sugar canes.
So this huge thing with the funnel is the steam plant, where they use the residue from the sugarcanes. They dry them and then they boil them in here, or not boil them, they burn them in here to make steam. And then they use the steam in the factory to drive the machines. So they're not actually only with electricity, they use steam from the residue from the sugarcanes.
The Pas rums have a very special taste because the sugarcane grows in volcanic ashes. Most of the ones we tested were really good, but this one was maybe a bit too special for my taste. The first product that you get is the white rum, which they keep in these stainless steel containers. That's a kind of expensive way to store the rum. For like 3 months they do that. But it keeps the taste and uniqueness that comes from the sugarcanes growing on Mount Pelée, the volcano. So that's how you make white rum. If you want to make dark rum, you can either put it in big tons to get golden rum, or like small oak barrels to get real old aged rum.
We got our hands on 2 rum, one dark oak barrel aged rum and one white. Very special taste of the Pas rum. And now we'll have our hiking boots on and we'll take a stroll back to the town and the boat. So this is the sugar canes that they harvest.
Marcus was just ashore trying to check us out from Martinique, but for some reason they had closed the restaurant for a few hours. They open again later this evening, so we cross our fingers that the customs computer will be available. But until then, we're going to go snorkel a sculpture, I think, underwater sculpture.
We're not really sure where this underwater sculpture thing is. Another cruising boat told us that it should be just like outside a white and red building. Or something like that, and we have to row since our prop on our outboard engine has the rubber coupling thing for the propeller has broken, so the propeller free spins. So it's no idea to use the engine, use the muscles and oars instead. But hopefully we will find this underwater thing, sculpture.
There's just one problem with the description, that it should be outside the white and red building. Most of them are white and red, I think. What do you think? Should we just maybe put like our heads down into the water and see if it's here?
Yeah, then we don't have to be all wet if we don't find it. Well, I have seen some snorkeling people here when I was filling up fuel for the dinghy. So hopefully it's around these yellow buoys. Is it here?
Yes! I can see like a tail of a whale.
Tail of a whale, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think it's here.
Then we get down snorkeling.
Yes.
It's a bit cold. 1, 2, 3. Woo!
It's not a whale, it's a mermaid. Like there's one laying on its side, and then it's one laying with its face up, and then there's two tails. Like whoop, 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 whoop.
Montpellier is really cool to see here from the sea. It's a cool mountain, and it's so green.
This is the end of Martinique, and we are officially leaving French territory. We checked out yesterday evening, quite late, but it worked out really easy. So we left this morning, and now we're heading to Dominica. St Pierre was actually our favorite stop on Martinique. It had a little bit of everything, a lot of history from the volcanic eruption, and the Rhum distillery, which was really fun to visit in the middle of the production, and also just a cozy little town. It's also fun that they have done something with the snorkeling sculpture park, and it really feels like they make an effort that you're going to like it there. So the only negative side is the actual anchoring, because the winds and the currents are just all over the place, so the boat's going all different directions, which makes it really hard to find a good spot. One second you can have a perfect spot, and the next you're really close to the other boats. So we had to re-anchor a few times, but in the end we felt comfortable where we ended up.
And with that summary, we will end this episode. So please give this video a thumbs up, and see you next week. Fair winds, bye!